Hey everyone, in this video we're going to learn about PANDAS LOC versus ILOC. Okay, so LOC stands for location and it is label based, so meaning you select rows and columns by index labels and column names. And ILOC, which stands for integer location, so it is integer position based, meaning you select rows and columns by their integer positions. So for example, row 0 equals to first row, column 0 equals to first column. Okay, so I got file here, devices, and this is the contents of the file. So we got hostname, username, password, and device type columns. And of course, these are the values or rows. Okay, so I'm going to open IPython, which is the interpreter that I'm going to use in this video. And I'm going to import pandas as PD. I'm going to read in the file, which is Excel. Okay, so now we got a data frame. So this is the data frame. And we can also strip the column names if you want to, but that's just optional in this video. So we are just focusing on LOC versus ILOC. Okay, let's talk about the ILOC syntax. Okay, so the syntax is this, the DataFrame.iloc. So iloc is a attribute, right? So the first value is row index, comma, column index. So this is basically selecting a single value. And of course, if you want to select the entire row, you just select the row index without specifying the column index. And if you want to select an entire column, so you just type column for the rows and column index. Okay, so these are some of the examples. So here we are just selecting the first row and first column. And to do that, this is the syntax. So df.iloc 0, which is the row index, comma 0, which is the column index. And then we are just assigning it to a variable called first row and column. Okay, so let me do this. Copy and paste it. And now we should see the first row and column, which is this host name. Okay, yeah, that's what we see here. And here we are selecting first row, so meaning first row from all the columns, right? Because we are not specifying the columns. Yeah, that's what we see here. Let me open the DF again. Yeah, so first row. So host name, username, not a number, and Cisco iOS telnet. That's the first row or row 0. Okay, and here we are just selecting the first column, so meaning all the rows from first column, right? So that's why the variable is called first column. So this is the first column. So there's two host names here and this one. And we can select the first two rows, and to do that this is the syntax. So exclusive, meaning it will not include the last number. So here, if we just test this, so here we see two rows, but if we do select, if we select just one, we should see the first row here, because row starts with 0, right? Okay, so that's the ILOC. And now let's proceed with LOC, which is label based. So this is the syntax. So df.loc, and LOC is also an attribute. So row label, comma, column label. And this is how you select a single value. And of course, if you want to select the entire row from all the columns, you just specify the row label. And if you want to select the entire column, you just specify column and the column label. Okay, so let's look at some of the examples. So here we are selecting the row 0 and row 0 from column hostname. So we should see this hostname, right? So let me copy and paste this line, and hostname val, yeah, that's what we expect. And here we are going to select all the rows from column hostname. Yeah, this is the rows from column hostname, 2 rows. Okay, and we can also select multiple columns, all the rows from multiple columns. So here we are just selecting hostname and device type columns. Okay, if we just check this variable, yeah, hostname and device type columns. Okay, and we can also set a conditional filter, which is here. So we can check the variable, and it's just showing us the row from all the columns that has a device type of Cisco iOS telnet, which is this router or route server. Okay, and here we are just specifying the row without the column. So let's check the value of this variable. Yeah, so we are specifying to show the 2 first rows from all the columns. So that's why we see it's 2 rows from all the columns. Okay, and let's try to sort the data frame by hostname, and there's how you sort it. And now if we check the data frame, we see that the index has changed. So before this hostname has an index of 0, and this hostname has an index of 1, and now the position index, which what we see here, or integer positions, has changed, right? So let's just look at the examples. So here we are using ILOC, right? So we should see the row 0 and column 0. So this is the value that we should see instead of this, because ILOC just using the order, the row order. Okay, let me do that. Oops. Yeah, this is the value that we see now instead of this. Okay, but using the loc attribute, we should still see the original index label, which is 0, and that's the row label that we are using here. So we should see this router instead of this. Okay, so let me copy and paste this code. Yeah, that's what we see here, this host name. And this is how you reset the index. And now if we select the first row and column, we should see, oops, let me actually just show the df now or data frame and do that command again. And now we should see this value or host name. And if we use this command here, which is using the loc attribute, we should see the same value there. Okay, so that's how you can verify the difference between loc and ILOC attributes. All right, so hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.